It's day 37 and we're leaving Arca o Pinos, or what's the other word for it? Pedrouzo?
Pedrouzo, yeah.
And we're heading towards Santiago. And it's only about 20 kilometers, which is fantastic. Before we finish, just like to say, every step has been better with you. I love you. Aww.
Aww, I feel exactly the same. We said last night we're going to set off really early this morning. The other guys in the albergue, they're all setting off at 7 o'clock this morning so they could get into Compostella before 12. Some special reason, I think if you're the first 10 pilgrims to get there that day, you get like free lunch in the, I'm not sure if it's in the municipal albergue or wherever, and there's some perks you get as well if you get there early. But it's just not going to happen with us, you know. We planned to get out really early this morning, and 10 past 9 we walk out the door. Yeah. Then we thought we were going the wrong direction at first because there's no arrows for ages. Almost about to turn around and go back again after we'd walked over a mile. And then suddenly we saw an arrow pointing in a direction off the road, which we took. So now we're on the trail. It's a beautiful morning with intermittent showers. Then the sun might come out for 5 minutes, then another shower. Beautiful forestry. And just reflecting on the albergues we've stayed in over our time, just some sort of information. The prices we paid range between 4 and 7 euros for the like the municipal albergues, the public ones, and some were on donation, but we always gave at least a £5 anyway each. And then the private ones range between donation and 10 euros. So that's what we kind of paid, maybe an average of 6.50 or something we probably paid per each albergue. All through Galicia, all the municipal ones are 5 euros. People said to us, oh, once you get into Galicia, the albergues are really nice. And they might be sort of more modern, nicer buildings, but not necessarily more comfortable or better amenities or anything, I don't think. We had some of the private ones we stayed in were lovely, and also some of the public ones were like little like cottages, which was really nice as well. So it was really like a mixed bag, really. But that's what we generally paid. Last night ones was really good. What kind of annoyed me a little bit about the ones in Galicia was they had full kitchen facilities, but like zero utilities. You know, no knives, forks, pots, pans, bowls, plates, anything at all. So it's like, why have all these kitchen facilities without having utensils when people aren't going to carry all the kitchen utensils with them because they're backpacking? Apart from the one we stayed in last night, that was the only one that in Pedrouzo that had any utensils. But all in all, happy with the albergues. A couple of really dodgy ones. One night was just freezing cold, but all in all, it was good. We just met a couple of lovely Korean girls, and we've come to a block in the road. A tree has fallen across the track. And Victoria's lost. Where is she? There she is. I wonder, can we get round it? Oh yes. Easy, huh?
No, easy.
Victoria, what's been the highlight?
When we went over the mountain at
When we walked down the Pomferada?
we walked even both days, going up and coming down.
Yeah? Going up?
Yeah.
Even when we were like walking through that ice lake?
Yeah, it was excitement, wasn't
Yeah?
it?
Okay. Actually for me too, going over that mountain range, the next day walking down, it's just so beautiful. It's just in awe, you know. That was my highlight. I was asking one of the Korean girls there what was her highlight, and she said cooking for people at night in the albergues. That was her highlight. So we all have different things that we enjoy, and for me it's just walking in the beautiful nature with the lovely weather and the scenery. That was some of the highlights for me. Indigo the Phoenix, what was your highlight?
Well, Daddy, I got lots of attention from everybody.
Yeah.
And everybody wanted to cuddle me and smile at me and talk to me. Yeah.
There's a sign over there that says Santiago 11 kilometers. You know, I think this has just been such a great example as well of how simply we can live. And we've been like 40 days, almost 40 days with everything that we've needed for myself, Victoria and Indigo on my back. Everything we've needed. We didn't need anything else. We've had everything we've needed. I've carried on my back for almost 40 days. So that's how simply we can live. We don't actually need that much. Walking the road to Santiago does not make us a pilgrim, because we're already a pilgrim. We're all pilgrims. We are born a pilgrim and we die a pilgrim. And our pilgrimage is from where and when we're born to where and when we die. It's just whether we choose to recognize that or not. I think we've got about 7k to go till we're in Santiago de Compostella. De Compostella is Field of Stars. Compostella, Field of Stars. So it's the Field of Stars. The pilgrims of old would have followed the Milky Way to the Field of Stars, which was Santiago. They followed the Field of Stars. We met some people who said they tried that. They, would get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and go out, and instead of like following the yellow arrows, they'd follow the stars. Didn't work out so well for them in this day and age. There's roads going off in different directions, so they'd be following a road and suddenly it would bend off, and suddenly they wouldn't be following the stars anymore, and they wouldn't know what road to take. Or they'd get to like a roundabout, wouldn't know which road to take, and would have their head torch running around looking for a yellow arrow. And there was one woman who the police picked up in the middle of the night and said, "Where are you going?" She said, "Santiago." And he says, "Well, the way you're walking, you're heading towards Madrid. You're about 10 kilometers off the route." And then they drove back to the Camino. So that doesn't really work in this day and age. But it's yeah, the old pilgrims of old, they would have followed the Milky Way. It's right to the end, as far as they could go. Some of them Santiago, some of them all the way to Finisterre, which is right to the water's edge. We're about 4 kilometers from Santiago, passing this monument here. So you might have to see it. Juan Pablo II Peregrino in Santiago de Compostela. Let's keep going.
Santiago, we've arrived. We've got 3.7 or 4 kilometers to go until we reach the cathedral, and it's really exciting, and at the same time kind of not sure I want it to be over.
None shall pass. Maybe a few cars, but no one else shall pass. That looks like the cathedral in the distance there. When we get there, then that's it maybe. That's where we get our piece of paper to say that, I don't know, I'm not even sure what we do. We get something happens. What happens when we get there?
What?
To the cathedral? What do we get given?
Compostella, a certificate.
Oh yeah, we get a certificate. Fully fledged pilgrims. Obviously it's just a piece of paper, it doesn't really mean anything, you know. But, you know, we're going to do it anyway. This is a prettier part of the city. We're going that way. Got to be careful here crossing the road. Don't take anything for granted. People just speed through, even when it's a zebra crossing. You've got to be more careful in the city than you do out on the trails, for sure. I think we're here. What do you think? Are we here?
I think there might be.
Hello.
Are you good?
Hmm?
Good, yeah, very good. Yeah.
Cathedral is this.
Yeah. Where do we go?
You go this and then turn left.
Okay, down through, yeah? Okay. Pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah.
Right, where do we get this certificate? This helps for pilgrims. Unless I get it, I just won't feel like a pilgrim.
What's your name?
My name is Victoria.
Victoria. Can you spell it?
V-I-C.
V-I-C.
T-O-R.
Victoria.
Yeah.
Spanish. Spanish. I love. Don't get jealous. The way you smile.
This guy's famous.
Platonic love. Don't get jealous. George.
Gracias.
Thank you. You're welcome. You are welcome in Santiago, and I'm pleased to meet you because you are from Ireland. Actually, we are Celts. Celts?
Celts, yeah.
Celts. You are from Ireland, and we are from Galicia.
Yeah.
Actually, Galicia comes from the Gaelic, means garlic. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I'm Celtic.
Yeah.
And all the instruments we play here are originated from the 8th century. All of them are Celtic instruments.
Yeah.
If you get inside the church, you will find behind this facade, look, I show you the instruments. You haven't been inside the church?
Not
No.
yet.
Not yet, look. This way when you get inside, you know something. Before getting inside. This facade is the main facade. But not the original. This facade is quite recent, from the 18th century, 200 years old, Baroque, made of granite.
Right.
It was built for the protection from the weather, from the elements. The original one, the one you will find it 5 meters behind inside.
Yeah.
This one.
Okay.
This is the one called the Gloria Porch, or Portico of the Gloria, 1,000 years old, Romanesque, made of white marble.
Yeah.
If you look at here on the tympanium, you will see this arch. The 24 musicians of the Apocalypse. And you can read about them in the Holy Book, in the Bible, in the Revelation. Each musician holds an old instrument from the 8th century. As the hurdy-gurdy. You know the hurdy-gurdy?
Yeah.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy, yeah. Hurdy-gurdy.
The harp.
Harp, yeah.
The mandolin.
Mandolin.
Tambourine.
Tambourine.
Cello. Violins. Classic guitars.
Yeah.
A lute. You know lute?
Lute, yeah.
A lute.
Yep.
The bagpipe.
Yeah.
And the harp.
And the harp.
All the instruments I'm speaking about are originated from the 8th century.
Yeah.
And you can see them inside the Museum of the Cathedral over there.
Okay.
You know, those instruments belong to our university.
Yeah.
Those are the instruments we use to make the music. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Here we are finally at the pilgrim's office. It says please come in. Get through here.
Hola.
Hola. View from our hostel. Wow. Here's our certificates. And they didn't even give Indigo a certificate.
And he came all the way.
And you came all the way from St. John Pied de Port all the way to Santiago de Compostela. And they wouldn't even give him a certificate. They said, no, not for babies. You have to be over 9 years old to get a certificate. Yeah. But they put it, the only thing they did is they put his name on the bottom. You know, underneath my name. They put it in Latin, Matthew Paulum Armstrong. And they put Indigo Armstrong on the bottom. But they wouldn't even give him his own certificate. We were, I don't know. We're a bit miffed by that, right?
We were a little bit miffed.
Yeah. But Indigo, he
not every baby can make it all the way across Spain.
And there was a Canadian woman who walked with her 4-year-old, and he walked the whole way by himself, 4 years old. Can you imagine when he got here and they wouldn't even give him a certificate? I don't know. I think they need to change that policy. You know, because there's a new age of kids coming, and you know they walk the Camino. But anyway, you know we're here in Santiago. There's the cathedral outside of our window. What an amazing view we have. And that's it. Or is it? Is that it?
Mackie's thinking of talking us into going to Finisterre tomorrow. Well, it's going to take you 3 days to get there.
3 days and more walking in the go.
You don't even get a certificate.
And he was like, what? 3 days of walking? I thought I was here. Look at the face. I know, Indigo, I know. It's just some crazy idea your daddy has. It is day 37, I believe, of our Camino. And we're taking a rest day in Santiago de Compostela. This was the compromise. We're going to walk to Finisterre. We're going to walk to the end of the earth. And the compromise was we take a rest day first of all here before we leave tomorrow morning. And it wasn't a hard compromise for me to make. A rest day means I can go and get a Thai massage, which is booked in for 2 o'clock. What else, son?
We might go and have a look at some of the museums and
oh yeah,
some of the sites in Santiago.
Yeah, I might go and look inside the big cathedral. That's it over there. But yeah, we like Santiago. It's cool, huh?
Yeah, we do. We like Santiago.
And the albergue we're staying in, Roots and Boots. Well, it's not really an albergue. It's a hostel. Highly recommended if you're in Santiago. Roots and Boots. It's cool, friendly people, very affordable, and great views of the city.
So the front entrance to the cathedral is closed. So we're going in the side entrance.
The all-seeing eye looking down. The all-seeing eyes. Apostles' Crypt. This is the tomb of St. James.
Going in. Through that door.
Yeah.
That's where people keep touching the back of his head. You see that statue there?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where they're touching. Just go up around there and down.
Yeah. But I feel like I'm on mushrooms. I feel like I'm taking about 70 mushrooms.
Look at the camera.
I think I'm having a spiritual experience. I feel like I've taken about 70 mushrooms.
We're just enjoying a nice afternoon in the park here in Santiago
De Compostela.
De Compostela. And the park is actually probably my favourite place in Santiago. Apart from the organic the health food shop. Yeah, it's quite nice in there too. Hello Indigo. Hello gorgeousness boy in the whole world ever.
Pop.
What do you have to say for yourself, young man? Daddy, my hat came off. Daddy's looking a bit spaced.
Reflecting back on our Camino, did I enjoy it? Well, sometimes I was in joy, sometimes I was in sorrow, sometimes I was happy, sometimes I was sad. I went through a full range of emotions, every single emotion there is. I went through every single range of emotions throughout the whole Camino. But my Camino was centering myself in gratitude and love, and so I loved it. Did I enjoy it? Not always, no, but I did love it. I loved the whole thing, and I'm grateful for the whole thing. And this is the end of it, but it's not really the end. There are no endings, just turning the page into a new chapter. So what happens now, we shall see. How was your Camino, Victoria?
I found it really tough. Every day there was a part when I struggled, but I loved it. I loved doing the walking. I loved feeling that myself getting fitter and fitter. I loved all the really nice people that we met on the journey, and just seeing all the different scenery and the experiences. I definitely found it tough, and some of the things that went through my head, and just kind of working it all out. But if you're thinking of doing the Camino, it's definitely worth doing. Definitely, you grow a lot and you learn a lot. And, yeah. And when you finish, you're a different person.